Hello, friends. How are you all? Wondering what's the topic of today's session? Well, there's a big surprise for you all. Today, we are going to interview two salient pillars of building automation community in India. We will be interviewing Mr. Jitendra Kumar Kataria. He has been successfully leading the work of backup automation in India for more than a decade now. He is a celebrated business professional who has specialization in engineering, control systems design, embedded systems, process automation. Impact is delighted to have Mr. Kataria today with us. We also have with us Mr. Rajesh Adhangal, a building automation champion, presently working as business development manager in Beckhoff Automation. Mr. Adhangale has got a core experience in various aspects of building automation solutions, an experience of more than 20 years. Mr. Adhangale has closely monitored various prestigious projects of our country, right from IBMS at Mumbai Airport to ICMR New Delhi, and many more. So let's hear it from Mr. Kataria what he has to say about his organization values and thereby how does it help their customers to attain their goals. Mr. Kataria, over to you.
Thank you, Adrija. Hello, friends. I hope you all are doing great. Beckhoff Automation is a family-owned business owned by family Beckhoff, and Hans Beckhoff is the managing director of Beckhoff in Germany. As a family-owned business, so the family values are imbibed in Beckhoff. So Hans Beckhoff started this organization in 1980, and now it's almost like 40 years young organization. And over the period, like there are a lot of people who joined Beckhoff, and these family values are like somehow transferred or adapted by these guys over the period of time. The core values of Beckhoff are innovation, which plays a very vital role at Beckhoff, as this always gives us a lead and enables us to be the leader in developing disruptive technologies or products which changes the way things are done. PC-based control was one of such disruptive technology developed by Beckhoff, which uses the standard hardware for controls in industrial automation. Another core value is trust. So we trust our team. With this, a lot of things becomes easier as every team member takes responsibility and takes necessary action for the growth of organization. Because of this, you can find a lot of people with Beckhoff who are there for a pretty long time. So, like for example, myself, I'm with Beckhoff for 18 years, and Rajesh is with for 5 years. And certainly, there are a lot of other examples at Beckhoff India itself who are pretty long time at Beckhoff. So you see like same faces over the period of time. The same, another important core value is agile team and easily reachable team. We don't have a huge hierarchy at Beckhoff, and this makes decision making faster. All these core values at Beckhoff enables us to keep our customers in lead in the business, and it in turn creates a winning edge for them. Back to you, Adrija.
Thank you, sir. Now, Rajesh, would you please let us know and also the viewers about the importance of standardization in India?
Yeah, hi Adrija. Um I will give an example of a running event. Imagine a situation where two athletes compete to win a running event. First runner, equipped with all the necessary gears, have 100 meters distance to cover, which is an even track, breeze behind him, and no obstacles. Second runner, a novice, with no body gears, 200 meters distance to cover, on an uneven and inclined slope, and a dry climate to face. Who do you think will win? The result is obvious. First runner is going to win hands down. This is because of lack of standardization in that particular event. The same rule applies in automation industry as well because there are no set rules. Building automation industry in India is into its nascent stage and lot of improvement is still required for getting us into the next league. The next league where many countries of Europe and Americas are already there. The next leap is possible only if the process is standardized. Standardization doesn't mean that all the equipment inside the building has to be of similar make, but the best practice that stakeholders follow during the various stages of the project has to be of similar nature, and the same rules and regulations shall apply for all the participants. Standardization during the project design and execution is to make sure that the specifications of the sensors, network switches, controllers, enclosures, software, and the other devices has to be of similar characteristics. Even the nomenclature we use for naming the software tags has to be unique. Standardization will save a lot of trouble down the road during the commissioning activity and even during the maintenance phase.
Rajesh, could you further enlighten us on the importance of connected and data-driven buildings?
Yeah. We all like to stay connected. We cannot imagine a single day where we don't receive any information about what is happening around us. Staying connected and exchanging our thoughts not only with our family members and friends, but also with some unknown entity around the globe has become easier in this contemporary world thanks to social media. It is all about the huge data collection and utilizing it for the betterment of mankind and the nature around us. The same set of rules apply for the connected buildings. Imagine an intelligent building, fully automated and collecting the data of various parameters like temperature, air pressure, humidity, lux level, CO2, etc., within its premise. No doubt, such a building not only will provide a lot of comfort to its occupants, but also will be very energy efficient. We can take this good initiative one step ahead. Why not sharing the useful and some critical information to other buildings so that the data can be utilized for the betterment of other building occupants as well? Surely all the data is not mandatory to be shared, but some critical data parameters like storm alert from weather stations or air pollution level can be shared with other buildings so that necessary control action is initiated by other building members as well. This is only possible if the buildings are interconnected. There are many open and secure protocols like BACnet, which is one of them, on which this seamless data transfer can happen. This data can be wisely utilized not only for the monitoring purpose, but also for taking certain corrective actions. Like for instance, in case of fire alarm activation, the alert should not only go to the operator on the workstation and his mobile device, but also it should trigger a control action of closing the fire damper so that smoke doesn't spread to the occupant area. Also through the analytics, the camera should auto zoom to the area where this fire is detected for taking early evasive action. Another example can be an immediate alert to the security personnel if someone is trying to force open the access control door or for highlighting any tailgating incident.
Now, I would request Mr. Kataria to share his views on the need of open and neutral platform like Impact and his views on the need of such community.
I think Rajesh has given a really nice examples of how the connected world, connected systems can make things easier. And certainly in this scenario, BACnet or IMBAC plays a very vital role. In the building automation arena, there are multiple companies developing their own unique products based on the market needs. Beckhoff too have developed their own products and solutions which are required for the building automation domain. However, when you think of a project, it calls for a handshake of multiple different products from different manufacturers. And that's where standardization in communication plays a very vital role. so that all these devices provide a semantic interface and are interoperable. Neutral platforms like INBAC can define these standards based on the input received from its members from the industry, and they also play a very important role in creating awareness of the same so that users are aware of these standards and the benefits which they can derive from the same. That's where I think INBAC plays a very vital role. Thank you, Adrija.
Thank you so much. So, next question is to Rajesh. What does he think how the world is evolving with respect to building automation? And in comparison to that, how is India evolving?
Building automation in Europe and Americas have already attained advanced level, because building automation for them is not only the luxury but is the necessity. We can imagine temperature reaching minus 30 degrees Celsius in peak winter in some of the European countries. It becomes mandatory to heat up the home and office spaces to a comfortable temperature and humidity simply just to survive. It is necessary to install an efficient building automation solution to keep the surrounding warm and pleasant. Talking about India, there is a fast spreading awareness about the open, flexible, modular, and intelligent building automation solution in India, though building automation is still considered a luxury in India. But building stakeholders have started to realize the importance of utilizing the BMS solution in effective way to minimize the energy bill cost within the buildings. Running an AHU VFD at 40 Hz instead of 50 Hz will bring down the energy bill expense by at least 10% at the end of the year. Also, automated solution helps to optimize the manpower cost. This factor gets very critical in our country as skilled manpower is required to operate the modern buildings.
Thank you so much, Rajesh. Now, Jitendra, would you like to give any key message on the much needed collaboration to the stakeholders like consultants, system integrators, end users like customers, independent software vendors?
I think the stakeholders are already aware of the things which are happening in the market, but still, I would like to add here, building automation has evolved over a period of time. Vital things today in building automation is to select the products which provide the key features required for a particular application, and also which supports the standard protocols like BACnet. Building automation is no more an island of control, but it is a part of an ecosystem. And BA product manufacturers should collaborate and ensure that the products are interoperable and provide the standard semantic interfaces which are required for integration. That's where I think the stakeholders like consultants, system integrators, and end users should think how to design or deploy a connected system which can provide this feature, and also selecting the right products which can fulfill the current requirements of a project and also enable the future developments which can come up. One area of technology with immense potential for the industry is artificial intelligence, particularly in the context of machine learning, which offers stakeholders a good base for enhancing the performance through capabilities like predictive maintenance, process self-optimization, autonomous detection of process anomalies, and much more. There are a lot of things to still develop. The enablers for the same are the standards protocols which are available today, and that's where I think BACnet or INBAC plays a very vital role. Back to you, Adrija.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for bringing in the great insight. Dear INBACers, I'm sure you all are excited about the community and the collaborations. INBAC will bring forth many more such impactful interactions with BA champions. Connected, data-driven, secure buildings are that what the world needs today for better sustainability. On that note, I would like to end this session. Thank you and see you again with amazing topics, case studies, and people.
Thank you, Adrija, for inviting us.
Thank you, Adrija. Thank you, Inbal.
Thank you. Thank you.